Alex Hales, you are the SVP of Product at Dutchie. Do I have that right? I think
you got it.
I have that right. And I don't think you took time off this summer, and I'll tell you why I think that. Because last week we saw the announcement that ECommerce Pro dropped. There's a certified partner program at Dutchie now. Earlier in the summer, there was a summer release. Like, did you take any time off? That's my first question.
Jay, this summer's been crazy. I was talking to my wife about it the other day, and I counted up. I think I've taken 54 flights this year as we've gone around the country, sitting with customers, sitting with operators, coast to coast, from Little Rock, Arkansas, to Seattle, back to Boston. And all of those conversations just funneled directly back to the R&D team. And we're just so lucky to have such an incredible crew here at Dutchie, former folks from HubSpot and Stripe and Shopify and Toast, just hard at work, just really trying to raise the bar for the industry. And a lot of that came out this week with the announcement of our ECommerce Pro product.
I want to talk about that, but I want to talk about the flights, but also talking to folks around the country, sort of on the ground. Are there through lines between what Arkansas and Washington and Boston that, like, everybody, if they say 30 things in a conversation, 29 of them can be different conversation,
Mm-hmm.
But is there a through line that is like every dispensary owner or operator says this? Like, is there something like that? Or do you like keep track of them all and like see what the through lines look like?
Yeah, there is. So the thing that stood out to me the most, right, is overall, across markets, whether it's new and emerging ones like Maryland, right, or much more mature ones like California and Illinois and Michigan, across the board, we're hearing that retailers are trying and working to differentiate themselves on a reason other than price.
Yeah.
Right? For the longest time in this industry, it was price and volume was just the name of the game. And we were a huge part of it too, right? Dutchie was built for volume, right? 2 million orders a day, right? We were just cranking through these insane lines, in this, east, west coast of Michigan, just wrapped around the building, right? Trying to get through that as fast as possible. And what we're hearing in the industry is that, price is transient. Right? If I charge $6 today and then tomorrow a competitor charges $5, the customer that came to my store because it was $6, they're going to the next one. And then I got to get down to $4. Right? But there are other vectors that retailers can really win against. And the two that have been standing out to us are brand and customer experience. Right? Your ability to, we were talking with the team at Ascend about this, right? Focus on how consumers feel when they shop with you. Right? The experience they had, walking away, feeling like a regular. Ascend's got their new Legends tier, which is, the top end of their customers, the most loyal customers, right? Knowing and feeling like a legend when you're walking into an Ascend store, that's the thing that keeps you coming back, right? And even if it's $2 more expensive, right, than the dispensary down the road, knowing how close you are to that next loyalty tier with that customer, remembering that knowing the bud tenders know your name, welcome you back, right, and have your favorite product ready for recommendation or early access to some fresh flower that the rest of the market hasn't gotten a chance to get a taste of yet. That's the stuff that's really lasting, and we're seeing our retail customers asking us to help build technology, product, and functionality that allows them to win on experience and win on things like retail brand. And it's been true across the board, especially as we've seen some of the regulatory change in the industry, right, slow down that regulatory growth, right? Our customers are looking at the existing markets they have and asking, how can I increase the lifetime value of my customers, right? What can I do to retain the business that I have while also growing, right, the bottom line, so that this can be more sustainable for everyone.
It's interesting you say that, because it's also both from the retailer perspective, and I think probably from the Dutch perspective, like moving the cannabis industry towards more like how people feel and have a feeling about traditional retail, right? You go into a Trader Joe's, has a specific feeling, and you know what that is. And of course, price matters on bananas or other products, but the feeling is why you continue to go there a lot of times. Similar, I mean, I'm going to pick the obvious ones, IKEA or Sephora or whatever it is. In Canada, we have No Frills, which is like the version of the big grocery store, but it has no frills, literally has no frills. But like those types of feelings and emotions that connect with the purchase is what keeps people coming back, which is a better thing to be able to be controlled. It's easier for a retailer to control that than just keep driving down costs. And so you take those conversations back and you say, okay, product team, here's where we're going because all the retailers are asking for this. We're entering a new phase of cannabis retail, as you described. And then in the process, like what happens? Do you have, I'm always imagining like people have these gigantic whiteboards, but I know many people at Dutchie work remotely. Like, how do you sort of consolidate that feedback and then, fast forward to ECommerce Pro?
Yeah, totally. So, we don't have physical whiteboards. We do have virtual ones.
Right.
And we spend a ton of time in there. If I get, tactical about it just for a minute, there's a bunch of tools that we use to record conversations with our customers, right? To share snippets of feedback as we're having quarterly business reviews with some of the larger MSOs, talking about what their core business goals are, how they're using the product, right? And what we can do to try and change it. Like I said, we're lucky enough to just have an incredible team and it's such a large R&D organization here with incredible product managers, incredible designers, that are also on their own spending a ton of time in market, right? Trying to understand the experiences that our customers are building. And we take a really design first approach to everything we do at Dutchie. It's been amazing using some of the AI tools that are out there because we can prototype ideas really rapidly. And then we get them back in front of customers within days, hours, right? To say, okay, this is how we're thinking about it, right? What would you expect to happen when you click this button? Or how far is this from what the ideal vision is? And what would you like to see happen next when I move from this experience to that experience? And one of the things that's been really interesting is that the other sort of through line that I feel like we're hearing in the market is that retailers are working to try and take their in-store shoppers and convert them into online shoppers. And so it's also been great for our product team because the next big iteration of functionality that we're working on is really around digital shopping and digital commerce and all the tools that retailers can use to try and take their in-store shoppers and bring them online without losing that customer experience, right? While still making sure their retail brand voice is showing through in that consumer's end experience. And it's been great for us on the software side, right? Because it all lives on the internet. And so we've been able to ship and iterate and test and measure and even just prove that buy it again carousel, right, is raising your AOV and it's putting a floor, on what consumers are buying. And then the recommendation engine is just adding that, that one pre-roll on top of it. Or, maybe it's just a mini pack of edibles for, the 1906, energy style so that you could try and test that one out and see how it ultimately makes you feel. And that's a big part of how we got to ECommerce Pro. With the announcement that we had this week, it was a bunch of things packed into one, right? As I'm sure our customers have seen, over the last couple of years, we've been shipping a ton of functionality. That buy it again carousel came out last year alongside the first introduction of our new, personalization algorithm, all the work we've been doing on machine learning. And the team did two things, right? Where ECommerce Pro is an out of the box, right, drag and drop customizable shopping experience that doesn't require, right, you to spend a bunch of time on a top level website and all these customizations, and you get this best in class conversion machine. That's how we like to think about it. Mm-hmm. We introduced new features like discount gamification, integrated loyalty and marketing, right, where you can see your progress towards your next loyalty tier, just driving, right, that basket size and helping consumers really understand the value of being a loyal customer to that dispensary. And everything that you can do in e-commerce gets inherited across every shopping channel. So it's an omni-channel digital shopping experience where you can customize it in one place and then automatically your Kiosk Pro product, right, inherits all those customizations and all that functionality is mirrored down there. You can also, with one click, launch your own branded mobile app. Which comes with a ton of really interesting technology opportunities, right? Geofence push notifications, being able to have access to the NFC chip on your phone so you can tap to pay, tap to check in, so on and so forth. Really trying to just raise the bar for digital shopping in the industry. But we've always heard this feedback, right? That while it may be great and you can customize it, right, and build truly millions of variations of an econ shopping menu, there are oftentimes small, specific things that are just really important to that market, really important to that customer, to that retail brand. And historically, we made you choose, right? You can have the best in class e-com shopping experience, or you can have the customization. And if you want the customization, you got to build everything from scratch.
Right.
That's what Dutchie Plus was. With the ECommerce Pro product, we introduced our new Dutchie Pro software development kit, SDK. And what you can do with that SDK is, if you're a software engineer and you have software engineers on your team, or you work with, some of our certified partner programs, which I'm happy to talk about, our certified partners as well, which I'm happy to talk about. You can take that e-commerce experience that we've built with all the features, shopping collections, discount gamification, custom categories, et cetera. And then you can write your own software to build these individual components and slot them into that shopping journey. It can be on the homepage where you have particular call outs, right? Maybe you've done a great job with your customer experience. And so you've got fantastic Google reviews or Yelp reviews, right? And you want to let your customers know about that shopping, that shopping experience and customer experience. So you put that as a part of your homepage. Or you want to have individuals, navigate to different areas of the product based off of effects or physical ailments, right? I've got muscle tightness, neck pain, back pain, nausea, and you want to guide them into curated product collections based off of those effects. All of those specific customizations can be done with our software development kit and then built into and injected into that standard shopping experience so that retailers don't have to compromise anymore.
It's really, it sounds to me, I'm not a software guy, I'm not a product guy, I'm not any of those things. I just sort of an observer of the industry. It seems like from, and I want to say the olden days, like 5 years ago or 4 years ago to now, what is available to an operator in terms of software, in terms of point of sale, in terms of e-commerce, is like light years ahead of where it was. Like it seems like it might have been the Stone Ages 5-6 years ago. Now is like super modern if you are an operator of all the tools or nearly all the tools that a traditional retailer might have who is in a sort of forward-thinking progressive market. It seems like it's available now or available, in the today.
100%. Yeah, that's we would hear. I mean, not even that long ago, right? I remember talking with an MSO down in Florida, and they said it feels like cannabis commerce is living in the 1990s, and we just want to get to the 2000s. Right. And I remember sitting in that conversation, and my stomach turned. Yeah. Right. I was like, we can expect so much more of ourselves. Our consumers and our customers in the industry expect so much more than that, right? Where they buy that cannabis product and have that shopping experience and stop and get coffee on the way home and have this insanely different experience, right? For such similar products, and they're, half a mile away from each other.
Right.
And so I couldn't agree more. We've really been working to raise the bar in the industry, and we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at what we had 6 months ago, it was nothing compared to what we have today. And what I like to tell our customers, right, is what you're looking at is a snapshot point in time view of what our product can do. And in 6 months, you're going to hear about our winter release. And then 6 months after that, you're going to hear about our summer 2026 release. Right. And it's going to go on and on and on because we're not stopping.
Right.
There's so much more that we can do to meet the expectations of our customers.
I want to ask, because you touched on something called the Certified Partner Program, and people who follow, let's call it cannabis LinkedIn, have certainly seen it as well. Talk a little bit about what the Certified Partner Program is and what's the sort of origins of it.
Yeah, totally. So the Certified Partner Program is a group of what we find to be the most innovative, forward-thinking builders in the space. Right. Some of them are customers or partners that we've worked with for a long time on things like Dutchie Plus. And they've understood how challenging it can be to maintain, these entirely custom shopping experiences, right? High cost of ownership. And then as Dutchie builds a feature, they get 10 phone calls saying, where's my buy it again carousel, right? Why can't I log in with Google on my website, right? And it created this sort of constant race. And with these certified partner programs, we were able to pull together a solid group of builders that understand the value of technology, understand how to use it, right? And want to build on this platform that we have created to continue introducing, right, these next level shopping experiences. And we see them of all different flavors, right? Some of them are SEO and marketing specialists that are weaving shopping into this top level, multi-state, multi-web property experience. Some of them are application builders, right? We have folks like Strain Brain and Moody Day that have these particular products that were always difficult to weave into, you know, the standard e-commerce experience from Dutchie or Dutchie Plus. And now we've provided a platform where they can seamlessly integrate it into that consumer shopping journey so that it's easier, you know, with something like Strain Brain to discover the right product, because I'm new to the industry. I haven't used this before, but, you know, alcohol is not the right product for me. And so I want to find an alternative. Or something like Moody Day. The team at Moody Day has done an amazing job innovating in the space when it comes to reviews, right? I remember reading reviews on, you know, some other third-party e-commerce provider sites, and it was tough to really understand, right? I had one person say, this thing made me feel really sleepy. I knocked out immediately. And the next review was, I was up all night, right? My head was spinning and I couldn't get these thoughts out of my brain. And I'm reading and saying, I have no idea what this product does, right? Their ability to bring rich media and high quality certified reviewers into the space, provide a platform for influencers to create content and connect with consumers in the industry, and do that in a way that is truly additive to that digital shopping journey has just been remarkable to see. And the partners program is growing rapidly, right? We have seen so much inbound since we launched it this week. And if you have a partner that you work with that you'd love to see innovate on our platform and build alongside us, we'd love to meet them.
Amazing. This has been great. I've learned a lot, but I also read the release and saw the website, and we've been linking people to it all week. But I want to thank you for your time, because I know there's more coming. But now you need 54 more flights between now and the December release, the winter release. No, let's try to keep your travel and fall under 50. Can we do that?
Probably not, Jay, but
it's a lot. That's a lot.
I appreciate it.
It's like a professional sports team, like going to all those far-flung places.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, Alex, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to connect with you down the road as well. And good work on the Certified Partner Program, which we just talked about, but also ECommerce Pro, because I know that's a heavy lift.
Thanks, Jay. Great to see you.
You got it. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow.